Country of Puzzles 2, Puchi Carat. Breakout and Arkanoid are cornerstones of gaming. Breakout came first in 1936 in arcades. The concept of the game appeared to expand upon the seminal Palm by making it single player and having the player break all the bricks in order to go to the next level. And then Arkanoid came out 10 years later in 1986, and that was made by Taito. And Taito is important because it's 11 years later in 1997 they released Puchi Carat, the subject of this video. Puchi means petite in Japanese, and Carat is associated with jewelry, which is fitting because most of the characters named are birthstones. And Puchi Carat is intended to change up the breakout formula by adding characters and a game mechanic that flips breakout style games on their head. In this game, players will occasionally have to have the ball miss a paddle in order to make the stones drop from the top of the screen. Normally in a breakout style game, the player never wants to have the ball miss the paddle, but this is Puchi Carat, so the player must think a bit differently. Stones are in clusters and hitting them at a certain angle to knock several of them out, dropping them off the stage. These fundamental changes make Puchi Carat stand out from the typical breakout style game. The unique feature is that if one of the stones touches the line near the paddle, then the game ends. Also, when the ball hits the bottom of the screen, it will drop the stones by 2 to 3 lines. One of the characters even resembles DZ Shirai. However, Puchi Carat came first. DZ Shirai came out in 1999, while Puchi Carat came out in 1997. The character's name is Simon, by the way. She is a fairy, and her name is a mangling of diamond. Think Demon, but the letter before that in the alphabet. Let me introduce the other characters in this game. Garnet is a young boy with brown hair and a red hat. This is a girl with blue hair and a pink hat. Aqua is a girl with pink hair and an umbrella, or maybe a parasol since she seems a bit fancy. Rawl is a boy with blonde hair and glasses. Pearl and Daryl were twins with teal hair. Pearl's hair is a bit greener. Bai is a large, round, rabbit-like creature. Peridot is a half-beast woman with green hair and horns. Sapphire is a girl with pink hair. Opa is a muscular man with darker hair. And Paz is a man with silver hair and a black hat. Ruko is a girl with pink hair. Then Patraco is a secret character from Cleopatra Fortune, another Taito puzzle game. I never played it, but it's worth mentioning. And only available in the Game Boy Color version is Kumi Kumi, a strange-looking creature with long ears and a tail. I've only played the Japanese PS1 version. It does have English versions released in Europe, but I've never played them yet, at least. I plan to at some point. There is some dialogue and menus, but it's a game that originated in arcades, so the story is light. I'll link a website in the description that does provide a good degree of backstory for the characters. There's a decent number of modes available in this game. For single player, there's test your skills mode, story mode, time attack, or zun zun slowly mode. All these modes have different difficulties, which helps provide more replay value and gives the game more longevity. For the two-player mode, players can pick their character and face off against friend or enemies. As far as the soundtrack goes, I think it's quite pleasant. The tunes are a bit atmospheric, which isn't completely surprising considering one of the Zuntata composers were involved. The composer for this game is Yasuhisa Watanabe, which is a name I don't recognize, but they did a good job here. Another thing to mention is this game is, also two players competitively, so in a way, that makes this game the result of the fusion dance between Puyo Puyo and Breakout. Because on each character's side of the screen, they have giant anime characters, just doing all sorts of things. And each character has, a pattern of stones sent to their opponent, and the only colors the player must look out for are the flashing stones. And some will be certain colors. If they see a rainbow one when the ball hits it, it'll make all stones disappear on the screen. Like any puzzle game, it's easy to pick up, but it can be a bit hard to master. The game will also let you customize the stones for 4 other things if you want to. Circles, some small creatures, nuts, the tool kind, and cubes. And the player can even make the paddle bigger or smaller by adjusting the difficulty. I normally pick Simon because of the DG Shirai resemblance. Each character will do different actions. Like Simon will pour tea out of a teapot, or a flower will bloom. These animations can be distracting, but they make the game stand out. The only other game I can think of that does this is Money Island or Money Puzzle Exchanger, which other YouTubers have already covered, so I won't say too much about that excellent game. Puchi Carat is a bit easier than that game. It has more modes, but less cute girls. This game didn't get released in America until Taito Legends 2, which was released around 2007 with Xbox, PS2, and PC. I haven't played this collection yet. Overall, I think it's a decent game, a decent amount of charm to it. Most breakout style games don't even have characters, so that makes this stand out. Puchi Carat gets a recommend from me because you can play against your friends and there's a decent number of modes. I realize it's been almost a year since the last video. People were wondering, hey, what's been going on? And basically, I've just been trying. There's a lot of work and life stuff that had happened, and I'm gonna try to do like a regular schedule, and maybe that will come together. I've already had a lot of scripts written in advance, so just gotta get around to recording and finding the footage. But appreciate the patience, and yeah, more videos coming probably within the next few weeks.